In Division III, St. Norbert winners of 3 straight. Peyton Lyon and Mitch Van Voren already connecting for 1 score and make it a double here. The locals make it a 14-0 lead just minutes later. Up top again, Peshtigo's Van Voren has another. He finished with 4 scores. Their defense pitches a shutout. Sean Gillies knocks it free on this play, and Patrick Oden getting it done on the ground. Finding Pater with the carry here to extend the lead. Not a typo. The Green Knights win it 62-0. In Oshkosh, the Titans fresh off of a come-from-behind win against La Crosse. A low snap for Platteville's Michael Priami. Still looking deep, and Garrett Stair hauls it in down there for a big gain. The Titans defense stands tall, holding Platteville to just a field goal. The Oshkosh offense drives the length of the field. Dumped off to Justice Lovelace. Looks like he's going to walk past the goal line, but the ball is loose. The Pioneers are on it first in the end zone. A touchback going the other way. Later, the Titans get back into field goal range. Nolan Mobley knocks it through. Platteville scores to take a halftime lead, but 21 unanswered points after the break carry the Titans to their 2nd straight ranked victory.